Hey, today's another beautiful day and I'm sharing with you 6 easy, healthy snack recipes, so let's just jump right into it. The first recipe I want to share with you are Keto Egg Bites. We're going to begin by getting some cheddar cheese and basically just grating it. We want to have around half a cup of cheddar cheese grated. Then I'm getting a glass bowl and breaking in 5 large eggs, then adding 2 tablespoons of milk, half a teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper. And we're going to top it all up with half a cup of cheddar cheese. And we're just going to whisk all those ingredients together. The next step is to actually just take ham and cube it. We're going to have around half a cup of ham in total after we chop it all up. And then we're going to get some onion and chop it too. That's around 1/4 of a cup of onion in total, so don't overdo it. And I'm just going to get my frying pan and heat it up, and adding half a tablespoon of olive oil, then onion and obviously ham, and we're just going to cook it until onions are tender and soft. That takes around 5 to 7 minutes for me. Just make sure you don't completely burn the ham, okay? Finally, we're just going to stir the mixture into the egg mixture, and we're just going to have all that combined together. Then I'm just getting a mini muffin tin and oiling it up because we're going to pour the mixture into it. As you can see, we have around 18 egg bites, and we're just going to pop them into the oven for 15 minutes at around 350 Fahrenheit degrees. We're going to bake these until they're golden brown and yummy, so enjoy these egg bites with a little bit of coffee or tea in the morning. This is a perfect snack and a breakfast idea. It's also ketogenic. The second recipe is Parmesan zucchini bites. They're so awesome and delicious. Oh my god, we love them. You're gonna need 3 medium zucchinis that are dry, and we're gonna want to slice them into 1/4 of an inch thick slices. You don't want them to be too thick nor too thin. I'm then just gonna get my baking sheet out, put some parchment paper on, and actually oil it because we're gonna want to place those zucchini slices on the baking sheet, and then sprinkle with some garlic. We're using 1 teaspoon of ground garlic, and then with some salt. That's around half a teaspoon of salt. Then I'm just going to cover each zucchini slice with a layer of Parmesan. And we're using around half a cup of Parmesan powder in total. And then we're just going to sprinkle some paprika over each slice, just like that, very easy. And I'm just going to pop them into the oven for around 15 to 20 minutes at a 425 Fahrenheit degrees. And we're just going to let them cook until they're golden brown. Before serving, make sure they cool down, give it 5 or 10 minutes to do that, and serve it with whatever sauce you like. I'm using sweet chili sauce because I love it and it's so delicious with these Parmesan zucchini bites. Oh, by the way, before you click off, please subscribe and like this video. It really helps to keep this channel going. Thank you. The next recipe is baked apple chips. We're going to take 2 apples and actually thinly slice them crosswise with skin on. We don't want to worry about the seeds because they will just dry out when we actually bake these apple chips. So we want to take a lemon and actually half it because we're going to squeeze out our lemon juice into a bowl and then toss in our apple slices. We want to cover those apple slices with lemon juice as well as we can because then we're going to get a baking sheet with parchment paper on and actually just put those slices on it. Make sure that the slices are not on top of each other because we're going to sprinkle some cinnamon. That's around 1/2 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. Then just bake for 2 hours, but we're going to flip the apples halfway through. Just get them out of the oven and flip them. It's very easy. And then we're just going to pop them back into the oven. After 2 hours, we're just going to remove them and check the apple chips. Let them cool down and make sure that they're crisp and fully done. This is a fun snack that you can serve for your neighbors, for your friends, and actually just have it anytime you want a healthy snack. The fourth recipe is cheesy cauliflower bites, and if you love cauliflower, you're gonna love this healthy snack. We're gonna want to take 1 cauliflower head and basically just break it apart. I'm breaking it apart into florets because we want to have around 2 cups of them, and we're just gonna place them on a steaming basket and put it into a saucepan with boiling water. This is how we steam them. It should take around 8 to 10 minutes to actually steam them, and then I'm just gonna take out my food processor. And we're just going to put the cauliflower florets into the food processor and pulse it until the cauliflower becomes rice-like. It should be pretty easy and wouldn't take too much time. And then we actually just want to remove them from the food processor and we want to drain them. You just do that by squeezing the rice as much as you can. We'll squeeze out all the water that we don't want because our bites will be watery and won't stick together. The next thing I'm going to do is get my mature cheddar cheese and just grate it because we want it shredded. We want around 1 cup in total. We're then going to add in cauliflower to a bowl and add in the cheddar cheese. Then I'm going to break in 1 egg, 1/4 of a teaspoon oregano, 1/4 of a teaspoon onion powder, 1/4 of a teaspoon garlic powder, and we're just adding some salt and pepper. I'm going to mix all the ingredients as well as I can until they're well combined. Make sure we're using mini muffin tin, and basically you want to oil it before doing any of this. And the next step is to just scoop out some of the mixture and put it into each muffin tin. Once your muffin tin is full, just flatten out those bites so they're nice and flat because we want them to bake very well. And finally, we're just going to bake them in the oven at around 375 Fahrenheit for 12 to 15 minutes until they're golden brown. The most important thing is to make sure that the middle of each bite is actually hard and not soft, because then we know that they actually are cooked. Let these bites cool down before serving. Have them with your favorite sauce. They're so delicious with sweet chili sauce, and yeah, just enjoy them. They're so good. We actually gobble them up in around 10 minutes, to be honest. So they're really nice and low carb. The next recipe is Brussels sprout bites. So I'm actually taking 4 cups of fresh Brussels sprouts and I'm just going to slice them. You want to slice each Brussels sprout into 4 slices, and then all we want to do is get 1/3 of a cup of Parmesan cheese that's powdered, and we're going to mix it with 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 1/2 teaspoon oregano, 1/2 teaspoon onion powder, 1/2 teaspoon garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon salt, and 1/2 teaspoon black pepper. We want to mix them well in a separate bowl, so combine them as well as you can before the next step. Then toss the Brussels into the mixture and make sure they get covered as well as possible. And then we want to take out our baking sheet, cover it with parchment paper, and basically spread those Brussels sprouts all over it. We then want to bake them in the oven for 20 minutes at 425 Fahrenheit degrees. You want to flip them halfway through because we don't want them to completely burn, and we want them to cook quite evenly. We're going to remove them once they're crispy and nice, and you want to let them cool down before serving. They are so amazing. It's a lovely snack. It's a lovely side. And it's actually even great for Christmas or other celebrations. It's a very yummy and healthy snack for sure. The last but not least are cheddar cheese bites, which are actually low carbs. So we're going to get 2 eggs and just break them into a bowl, and then just take your time to actually whisk them. And then I'm just going to get my cheddar and grate it. We want to grate it so we have 1 cup of shredded cheese pretty much, approximately. Then we're going to add in our cheddar cheese into the bowl, and then we're going to add in almond flour, which is around 1/2 of a cup of almond flour, then 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and then a pinch of black pepper and a little bit of salt if you want, but not necessarily. And then we're going to mix them as well as we can. Pretty simple. It's a really simple procedure, to be honest. And then all I'm doing is rolling 8 balls out of this mixture, and I'm just going to place them on the baking sheet that has parchment paper on it. We want to make sure that these balls are separated because we have so much space on that baking sheet that we don't want them to interact with each other. We don't have to flatten them out or anything. They will melt themselves and we'll get this beautiful shape. We then want to bake our cheese bites for around 10 to 12 minutes at around 400 Fahrenheit degrees in the oven, and you want to bake them until they're golden brown, which is pretty simple. I then take them out and have them with pretty much any sauce I love. These are low carb cheese bites, so they're great when you're on low carb diet or even ketogenic diet, but they're also just any diet friendly, unless of course you're dairy intolerant, but it's great if you're vegetarian and you just want to get more protein into your system. That's the snack to have for sure. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. If you liked any of these recipes, just go to allnutritious.com. You can find the instructions and just make them quickly. Also, if you like the recipes, just subscribe or like this video. Even comment to tell me which one was your favorite. It helps. It really helps. Either way, thank you for watching. It means a lot. Have a lovely day. Take care. And you know what? Bye.